We're back on the Fat Fabs channel. Jake McKitty, Randy Branham. We're with our 24 Chevy Silverado dually, our second 24 at that.
Yep.
We've got a few more extra weeks this year than we did last year. Can't get too comfortable.
No.
But
it ain't over yet.
I feel like we're in a comfortable position right now. So we're a week and a half in?
Yeah.
How many hours you got in that bed?
35.
35 hours in the bed. So not even a week. So maybe we're not a week and a half in. Maybe we're 1 week in from whenever we pulled it in. So we threw Randy on the bed. We threw Randall on the front sheet metal and the tunnels in the inside. Tell us what you've done with this bed so far in these 35 hours.
Well, chopped it all up, got rid of all the factory sheet metal that we don't need no more. Built all the inner bed sides, got it all bead rolled, installed the logo on the bulkhead panel.
So we shaved the bed rail caps because the plastic bed rail caps are stupid.
Yeah.
They look way better when they're sheet metal, and we try to sheet metal as many of them as you can. So
yeah, since we shaved all that, we might as well add a little flair to it. We radius all four corners. The front's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The tailgate is a little bit tricky because you got to keep a nice body gap whenever it opens and closes between the tailgate and the bedside. So.
And you got a pretty funky opening around through that radius too, don't you?
Yeah. It goes in and then 45's over. So
it's got to open and not hit each other.
That's right.
You did a 90s theme bead roll.
I guess so.
Is that what you and Sean keep talking about, this 90s retro throwback sheet metal bead rolling? So
yeah, that's what Sean's calling it. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's kind of cool.
That wasn't premeditated between you two?
It just kind of landed that way, and it turned out pretty cool. We're trying to keep something different from every other truck, we've done. We always try to change up the bead rolling so it's different every time.
Other than a word of saying destroy, but it's not destroy, like you
Pretty much just gutted it.
Gutted the inside. You have all your new panels. Like when I saw that pile of factory sheet metal the day we took this thing apart, or the day you started on it, like I was like, this fucking truck's destroyed, but that's the name of the game. It's what we do day in and day out. So everything on the inside is constructed minus the tubs, and you haven't cut out yet for the gooseneck. But the real fun is the outside of the bed, reconstructing those hips, and that's coming soon. Once the bed gets mounted to the truck, we'll build our bed mounts in here, and then that's when you really get to do the fabrication on the outside of the truck that very, very few people ever get to see, or much less realize what's done to those beds.
A lot of people don't even know, they think it's factory.
Because you do such a badass job, Randy, that they look factory.
I appreciate that.
But in the front, one of the things, these 24s, we can't delete them. So every bit of the particulate filter and the diesel exhaust fluid, the tank, all that stuff's got to go back in this truck. And the catalytic converter stays under the hood, so we're cutting extra in the wiper cowl, almost losing windshield wipers over that.
Pretty dang close.
So keeping all the EGR BS, so all that stuff stays underneath the hood. We're keeping everything in the exhaust to close proximity to what it would be from the factory. We're not extending any wires in any of that, so the truck should stay happy. Now, Frank and Evan have knocked out the chassis. I'd say it's 85%. There's still some finish welding. They're in the process of building the fuel cell right now. The def tank cell, can't use a factory one because it's like this damn tall.
Right.
But the def tank, the pump and I don't know what that other thing is, but they all come from the bottom and they're glued into a plastic tank. So all that has to be sandwiched with cork seals and everything else. It's a huge pain he has to do, but it's what we got to do. We can't take that shit off. So other than that, Randall's got transmission tunnel is tacked in. Oh, he's cut almost the rest of it out. So we're moving on to.
Yeah, he already bent up the
drive
shaft.
So we have a drive shaft tunnel that'll go in next, and then firewall tubs are done. The brakes are all mocked up. The brake pedal and hydro boost, everything's mocked up there. So front tubs on the front, mount the bed, get the bed sides done, rebuild this whole section of bed.
Yeah, make it all flow with the factory, cab and shit. So
I make it sound really easy.
Yeah,
just rebuild this part, Randy.
Yeah,
no big deal.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all. But other than that, we sent off every bit of the piece of the interior to get painted. The leather's done, almost done, because we had to paint some of the seat pieces.
Yes.
We sent off the seat belts. The seat belts have already come back. We shipped off the steering wheel and the door panels to get wrapped with new leather with the black stitching. So almost every panel in this interior is getting color changed. Kind of like the black dually with a red interior. We're doing a white truck with a different color interior. So whether you see that now or see it later, only time will tell. We're not going to let you know just yet. Just know that it's going to be color change and it will not be stock.
Right.
Yeah, we're done. It's lunchtime. Check us out, fatfabs.com.
Yep. Instagram.
Subscribe
Facebook,
to the YouTubes.
TikTok. Make sure you follow all of them.
And it's lunchtime.
And it's lunchtime.
Yeah, so we'll be driving on these bad boys, pulling a trailer, because a dually is meant to pull
That's right.
and do work. So
That's right.
if you see us broke down on I-40 somewhere late October, we're gonna need some help.
It won't happen though. We'll be good.
It'll be fine.